We're back on the Sports Zone. I am Mike Aglioloro. So after striking out in his first attempt to get the head coach of his choice, Phil Jackson finally gets his man. Derek Fisher announced at a press conference at 11:30 Tuesday morning as the new head coach of the New York Knicks, brought in on a 5-year, $25 million contract. We've known that Phil Jackson wanted to bring in someone he was familiar with no real coaching experience, in the mold that Pat Riley set when he brought in Erik Spoelstra, someone he can mold with his own principles and his own philosophies. And Derek Fisher is definitely someone in that mold. He played basically his entire career with the LA Lakers, spent so much time learning under Phil Jackson when he was his head coach, played some time with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and of course he was the players president of the NBA Players Association. So he does have a lot of court experience and some leadership experience. Here's the question I have. As I brought up on the Facebook page, so Steve Kerr burns you because you refuse to give him the $25 million contract that you basically handed over to Derek Fisher now. Why was it okay to do it with Fisher and you held out with Stephen Kerr? Stephen Kerr actually had some front office experience. Neither one of them have been head coaches. But you might say Steve Kerr actually had a little bit more experience in the role that you wanted both these guys to be in. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And it just seems like you've given the contract that wasn't okay to your first choice to your second choice. And maybe it made more sense with the first choice than it did this second choice. I guess time will tell on that one. But in becoming the Knicks head coach, Derek Fisher will become the fourth person since the ABA-NBA merger to go from being a player to a head coach the next season, joining Mike Dunleavy Sr., Paul Silas, and Jason Kidd last season. So he's in some elite company. We'll see if this one works out. The names that are rumored to be on his coaching staff will be the usual suspects: Rick Fox, Luke Walton, Kurt Rambis, and Bill Cartwright, all pupils of Phil Jackson. So in the end, Phil gets one of the guys he wanted. Whether or not it's the right one, like I said, we will see. I'm not sure that this $25 million 5-year contract is the best one to give to Derek Fisher. In my eyes, he hasn't proven anything. But I guess bringing him in with the safety net of Phil Jackson being your general manager, being able to mentor you, I guess that could work out pretty good after all. It definitely didn't hurt Erik Spoelstra. So with that, check out everything else we got on the Sports Zone. We got Jake Dixon's report of the NHL Stanley Cup Finals over the first 3 games. And we got tons of other stuff from Aaron Hadasme, Tom Lembo, Jay Rofsky, Dave Tice, and George Murphy. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at We Are Sports Zone. Send us any questions and comments you may have. Thanks, everyone, for watching. For This is Sports Zone, I am Mike Aglioloro. We'll see you next time, folks.